In the tumultuous journey of life, individuals often find themselves entangled in a web of challenges and adversities. How one responds to these situations can significantly shape the course of their life. In a world that often glorifies immediate reactions and impulsive responses, the power of not reacting emerges as a subtle yet formidable force. This story explores the virtue of non-reaction, demonstrating the strength and wisdom inherent in choosing restraint over impulsivity. Once upon a time, in a land far away, a person approached to a sage named Rishi with a heavy heart. This individual was grappling with overwhelming emotions, particularly anger and frustration, and they sought guidance on how to gain better control over their emotional responses. With a compassionate smile, Rishi welcomed the troubled soul and asked them to sit down, offering to share a story that held a valuable lesson. The story began with a prosperous king who ruled a thriving kingdom. One day, the king decided to visit a neighboring kingdom drawn by tales of the neighboring king's legendary wisdom. Upon his arrival, the king was greeted with great honor and respect, and a grand feast was prepared in his honor. However, during the feast, an unexpected intruder marred the occasion. A small fly landed in the king's soup. Visibly repulsed, the king ordered his servant to fetch a fresh bowl of soup. Observing this incident, the wise king of the neighboring kingdom, known for his wisdom, offered a perspective. He gently smiled and shared a profound piece of wisdom with the visiting king. The wise king advised, "Your Majesty, please do not be angry. It was just a small fly, and it does not matter. It is not the fly that has ruined your mood. It is your reaction to it. You have the power to control your emotions. Do not let them control you." These words resonated deeply with the visiting king, who returned to his own kingdom profoundly impacted by this lesson. From that day onward, he made a conscious effort to practice the art of not reacting impulsively to situations that previously triggered his emotions. He discovered that by maintaining his composure during challenging situations, he could make more rational and informed decisions. The story illustrates the power of not reacting thoughtlessly. Often in the face of adversity or provocations, we respond impulsively, letting anger and frustration guide our actions. Such impulsive reactions can damage relationships and hinder our ability to make clear-headed decisions. However, it's crucial to recognize that the lesson of not reacting doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience, and it's essential to acknowledge them. In the hustle and bustle of our own lives, we often encounter metaphorical flies, small irritations and setbacks that can provoke intense emotional reactions. The wise counsel of the neighboring king transcends the pages of the story, offering a practical lesson for real-life application. Like the visiting king, we too have the power to control our emotions and not let fleeting disturbances dictate our state of mind. In another corner of the world, there lived a young man named Michael who grappled with his emotional reactions. He would often react impulsively when confronted with situations that upset him. His anger would lead to hurtful words, sparking arguments and hurting the feelings of those around him. One day, Michael decided to take control of his emotions. He realized that his impulsive reactions were causing more harm than good, and he sought a change. His journey towards emotional self-mastery began with mindfulness and meditation. These practices helped him become more aware of his thoughts and emotions. Furthermore, Michael adopted the art of not reacting when faced with situations that would typically trigger his emotions. When confronted with such situations, he would consciously take a step back and breathe deeply. This pause allowed him to assess the situation calmly and respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Initially challenging, Michael persisted in his practice, and over time, it became easier for him to manage his emotions. Michael noticed that his relationships with others improved significantly. Instead of engaging in arguments and causing hurt, he was able to communicate calmly and thoughtfully, fostering stronger relationships. One day, a friend in need approached Michael for advice. This friend was experiencing a difficult time and was overwhelmed with distress. Impressed by Michael's transformation, his friend inquired about his journey towards emotional self-mastery. Michael shared his experience, emphasizing the significance of mindfulness and the power of not reacting. He encouraged his friend to embark on a similar path. Over time, Michael became renowned for his calm and thoughtful demeanor. He demonstrated the ability to handle difficult situations with ease, earning admiration for his strength and resilience. His continued practice of mindfulness and the art of not reacting brought him a sense of inner peace and happiness. The story of the king and Michael underscores a valuable lesson for us all: the power to control our emotions. While we may not always have control over external circumstances, we can certainly control our reactions to them. By practicing mindfulness and the art of not reacting, we can learn to manage our emotions and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This powerful tool can yield numerous benefits, including improved relationships, better decision-making, and a more fulfilling life. It reminds us that while anger and frustration may surface, the key lies in our response to these emotions. By maintaining a calm and thoughtful demeanor, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Both stories mentioned here, guided by the wisdom of a sage rishi, serves as a profound reminder of the incredible power we hold within ourselves, the power to control our emotions. Through mindfulness and the practice of not reacting impulsively, we can transform our responses to life's trials, ultimately improving our relationships, making wiser decisions, and leading a more fulfilling life. The tale encourages us to acknowledge our emotions rather than suppress them, and to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively in the face of adversity. It highlights the immense potential within each of us to achieve emotional self-mastery and inner peace. As we embark on our own journeys of self-improvement, let us remember that the true measure of strength lies in our ability to maintain composure and respond with grace, even in the face of challenging circumstances. In a world filled with constant stimuli and diverse personalities, the ability to control one's reactions is a valuable skill that can lead to inner peace and personal growth. Real-life situations often test our patience and emotional resilience, presenting opportunities to either react impulsively or respond with thoughtful consideration. Every situation, whether positive or negative, provides an opportunity for personal growth. The power of not reacting allows individuals to approach challenges with a growth mindset, viewing them as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. This mindset fosters resilience, adaptability, and a positive outlook on life. The art of patience. Life is a series of unpredictable events, and not all of them warrant an immediate response. In situations where emotions run high, exercising patience becomes a virtue. Consider a workplace scenario where a colleague makes an offensive remark. Instead of impulsively retaliating, choosing not to react immediately allows one to reflect on the situation, maintain composure, and respond with thoughtfulness. However, the art of patience comes into play when one chooses not to react impulsively. Instead of hastily responding with anger or frustration, taking a moment to pause and reflect becomes a powerful tool. This pause allows the individual to distance themselves from the immediate emotional impact of the situation. In the intricate tapestry of human connections, relationships are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. However, these relationships are not immune to conflicts, disagreements, and moments of tension. In the midst of such challenges, the knee-jerk reaction is often to respond immediately, sometimes fueled by emotions like anger, frustration, or hurt. Choosing not to react immediately in such situations can be a transformative decision. It involves taking a step back, allowing emotions to settle, and providing space for rational thinking. By doing so, one can avoid escalating the conflict, preventing the exchange of hurtful words or actions that may have long-lasting repercussions. Life can be tough, and we all face difficult situations. How we deal with them can really affect our lives. The power of not reacting is not a call for passivity or indifference, but rather a testament to the strength that lies in restraint and wisdom. Real-life situations abound with examples of individuals who, by choosing not to react impulsively, have steered the course of their lives toward positive outcomes. In a world that often celebrates the loudest voices and the quickest responses, the silent power of non-reaction stands as a beacon of resilience, emotional intelligence, and profound strength. If you've found this information beneficial, kindly give us a thumbs up to assist us in reaching a broader audience interested in ancient wisdom. For newcomers, consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell for additional lessons on ancient wisdom. We appreciate your viewership, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming video. To explore more content, select one of the videos displayed on your screen.